you talk a little bit about if jealousy arises for you ever, and if so, how you deal with it?
It arises for me from time to time. My wife being kinky, there are partners that she has that are, relationships and involvements that she has that provide her with something that I cannot or I will not. And so I get to feeling some sort of way about it from time to time, but what I always have to say to myself and remind myself is, this isn't about me. Her interests aren't centered around me. She's not doing anything to me. She's not trying to be malicious. If I feel some sort of way based on something she's doing, that's something that's internal to me that I have to solve. I have to understand and figure out and sort of eradicate on my own. And it's a mantra that I tell myself all the time, this isn't about me, and it works out just fine. Eventually I realize that if I do feel some sort of way, it's about something that's missing in our relationship that I can work out independent of her taking away from anybody else that she's seeing.
For me, the jealousy really more recently reared its head with coming to terms with actually having metamors who wanted to be involved with our kids. We've been poly for a long time, and so we were poly before we had kids, and then once kids came into the picture, most of the people that both of us had been dating were kind of like, oh, you've got kids, that's nice, hi and bye, with no desire to be more actively involved in their lives, until more recently when his girlfriend was like, no, I want to be a part of the family, and that was one of those where I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. And I was actually more jealous of her relationship with my kids than I was with her relationship with my husband. So that was a lot of unpacking that had to be done there. And a lot of that was, coming to terms with, my own self-esteem issues, because, in my head it was like, oh, here's this, pretty young thing who doesn't have stretch marks from 2 kids, coming in to take my place as mom, and then coming to realize that that's absolutely freaking absurd, and that, he's not trading me in for a younger model to mother his children, and that, no, she can't replace me, and that we're all kind of aiming for the same thing, which is, happy husband and a happy family, kids included. So that was interesting to have that kind of pop up, because prior to that, it had been pretty much like, yeah, sure, do all the things, have all the fun, I was probably Kevin's biggest booster, but like, hey, he's a great guy to date, you should totally date him, or just fuck him, whatever you want, he's awesome. So.
Awesome.